Go on then. You've got them in the palm of your what's-it. Don't lose them. Maybe talk about the first oracle. What were they like? Why did they choose who they chose?
Good luck with that. Can't imagine you getting anything worth repeating out of this bunch. Or at least nothing coherent. Everyone's got an opinion.
It's like our story, isn't it? We did our part. Now it's up to you to bring it home.
Oh, it doesn't end! No stories end! They just peter out. Look, I can tell you this much. For every cycle of humanity, each time there's a big old change in your world, a new aspiration is born.
We're well overdue for a new one. Like, really, it's been ages.
Where the story goes from here? Well, I suppose that's up to you now. Consensus. That's what we need. On the type of aspiration who should rule over the next stage of history. Who were the oracles? How did you choose them? Did you even choose at all? What do you want from me? Really? So, nothing's changed, has it? I'll have to figure this out by myself.
Harmony, wait!
Don't call me that!
The truth is, we chose the first oracle out of desperation.
We needed them.
We needed their guidance.
We needed an end to the war. An end we were unable to bring about ourselves.
So, that's all they were? At all?
Initially, yes.
But then, well, we realized you're all right, you lot. Humanity.
You may not believe this, but it turned out we'd been so obsessed with our own affairs that we'd completely overlooked everything in Brittle.
And so the arrangement became permanent, and the oracles became a guiding hand on the rudder of Reverie.
Not leaders, but advisors.
Major domos.
Producers.
Friends!
But what about me? What do you want from me?
That, I'm afraid, is up to you. What kind of oracle you choose to become is not up to us. It is the very nature of the agreement that you continue as your own person.
Right? Right. Well, in that case, I'm going to be... As the Oracle, I want to be empathetic. As the Oracle, I want to feel what others feel, and consider how others will react. Every decision must be for the benefit of the many, not the few. I will be dedicated to causes greater than myself. Previous oracles were peacemakers, decision makers. I want to look further than that. I want to look at the whole, not the pieces. Guide the aspirations toward the end, not the means.
There were other oracles who took this road. The very first, in fact. They built the sanctuaries, private places, where each aspiration could be separate from the others. Places where we could feel safe, unthreatened. The war did not end immediately, but its intensity lessened as we were given the space for rational thought. It was an idea we could never have conceived of.
But then, how did they end the war?
There was only one possibility. They also had to bring peace to Brittle.
Did I say something funny?
You looked like you were reading from a script, talking about the first oracle.
I didn't realize. But I don't think any of it was particularly funny. Hey, what's so funny?
Nothing. Sorry. We just...
Honestly, all the history is interesting, but it's not primetime stuff, you know? We want to hear about actions. Real stuff we can work on, stuff that can make a difference. Like, how did this first oracle settle the conflicts in Brittle?
Going by the folks here, the Prescients, the Oracle must have been pretty powerful. Definitely powerful enough to stop a war.
The first Oracle split their time between the realms. They learned from the aspirations, but also their fellow humans. This was their skill. Duality of perspective. But to end the war in Brittle, they ended up spending more time there than in Reverie. They spread the word of their sister realm and the aspirations that lived there. They told people the lessons they'd learnt there, used those lessons to improve the world. Soon, the population gathered around the Oracle, willing them to bring peace. And soon, the Oracle gained the power needed to fulfill that wish. The Oracle asked that the aspirations empower the people of Brittle, so that they could shape their own fate. Grateful for the Oracle's role in ending their war, the aspirations granted this wish. And so, the gift of prescience was bestowed upon Athena. The aspirations believed that the prescience would usher society forward into new and intriguing possibilities. Together, they rallied the populace and created a united front against suffering and injustice.
This was back when Athena was facing its darkest days. There was an ecological disaster. The specifics are lost to time, but we know the population was devastated by vicious storms, which brought floods and mudslides. Then, as they are wont to do, a dictator arose, taking advantage of the pain and suffering to wield absolute power. The people were despondent. The ruling class's own inadequacy provided the perfect distraction. As they lurched from one calamity to the next, the populace grew ever more apathetic. And when there were signs of rebellion, half the populace looked away, or sided against their own interests.
It was up to the Oracle to break this cycle. To break the system that had enslaved the people. So they had to act. They decided to. The Oracle had faith in the people to dig themselves out. They pursued a path of knowledge, teaching the populace a different way to live. The foundations of new forms of government were built, curiosity reigned, and people studied the world around them. What's more, people shared their knowledge. They didn't secret it away or censor it. They taught one another. This gave them more power through the sum of that knowledge. They decided to start again, thanks to the gift of prescience. The Oracle and a select few decided to begin a new cycle, outside of the old. They believed Athena had become unsalvageable, that they had to instead create the world they wanted to live in. The Oxion civilization collapsed. After a few decades, all that was left were some musty books and ruins. The tyrant destroyed the rest, but the Oracle and their followers were safe. They found a corner of Athena to call home, a space where the tyrant's influence was weak. They created their own way of life and lived in peace.
Great! So, what? This Oracle and their cultists just left the rest to hang?
My thoughts precisely.
And they thought this tyrant would just let them be? Let me guess. That didn't happen?
But wait, change is a long-term process, right? You told me that.
Sure.
So how do you enact long-term change if there's no one around to, actually change things? That dictator guy, long gone. Consigned to the history books. How many people here have even heard of him? What if that's because of the seeds the Oracle planted? Planted on their own terms?
Yeah. Yeah, maybe you're right. So go on then. Which aspiration are you going to choose? Who becomes the heart?
connection, empathy. Yeah. I think Bond would have been Grandpa's choice, too.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right.
It has been a long, long time since I was elected heart. Maybe because humans often associate kindness and understanding with weakness and frailty. But when I am placed at the center of Reverie, connections are made. Art, creativity, trade, all flourish. Eras under my guidance often see the growth of incredible civilizations. But often, these cultures would grow cruel and overwhelming. When expansion required it, colonization often came. I will never get used to the duality of your kind, capable of such incredible empathy and such cold devastation.
I've dedicated my whole life to the pursuit of truth. Historical truth, emotional truth, philosophical truth. So, I think you can see where my preferences lie here.
I would certainly be a valid choice. Many of your kind, like this young man, are naturally drawn to me. But this is often because they believe I know your kind better than you know yourselves. Regardless, in previous eras where I took the position of heart, learning increased. Knowledge flourished. So too did religion. The institutional search for the greater truth. Systemic institutions grew in power. Governments, religious authorities, educational systems. But the truth is nothing if not rigid, immovable, definite. Truth does not mean equality. It means serving a greater purpose.
It's gotta be bliss. I mean, surely. The embodiment of happiness in charge of, fate? Hard to see any other option beating that.
Oh, stop it. That's so nice. I'm almost never chosen to be the heart. Loads of oracles thought happiness was, I don't know, too easy. That there was some greater purpose for the heart, beyond making sure everyone was living their best life. That the heart had to be serious or political. But that's not right, is it? All the tech and politics and systems and life. What's it about if not just being happy?
Well, even I wasn't expecting that. Look, you know as well as I do that I've made mistakes in the past. But progress is my whole vibe, darling. Reconstruction, rebuilding, forward, forward, forward. Before the whole mess with the egregor, this world had never known such rapid advancement in, well, everything. But I'm always the first to recognize my own shortcomings. Well, second or third, at least. Materialism is part and parcel of my gifts. Glory, the idea of it, does also tend to promote a certain self-centered outlook on life.
I don't even know what I'm doing here.
Sure you do, Sprout.
The Augural. It's not enough. Not anymore.
And with all the egregor you've gathered up, you're gonna supercharge it.
I think so. It might allow me to change things, change the future, but how do I know this?
Part of every oracle is of Reverie. Your subconscious is linked to us aspirations, and the sum total of our knowledge. Egregor is our source of power, just as it is the Augural's. But no one has ever risked exposing themselves to such an amount.
But will it work?
Yes, but not perhaps in the manner you expect. You will become one with time itself. Your presence on this plane will bend in ways even I cannot foresee.
Days will feel like seconds, months like hours, years like Well, you get the idea.
And back here? In reality? I don't want the others to worry.
To them, you will be present and absent. There, but not there.
Like a cat in a box.
Remember what I told you way back when we met?
Try not to think about it too much.
I don't.
Impressive party trick, darling.
Wait, what party trick?
You're here, but you're not. Two places at once. And you reek of a Gregor. I'd be careful with that stuff, sweetie. It's rather Moorish.
I had to know what lay ahead. The future.
You don't need to tell me, my dear. But now, down to business. You make me the heart of Reverie again, and I promise you one thing above all others. Mono Concern will pay. They'll pay. And from that price will come a world without them. A world that doesn't need them. A world rebuilt with self-interest in mind, but also self-preservation. Glorious, inside and out. A world of luxury and comfort and as much fun as can be had. Choose me, and we'll paint this town red, my love.
Saw another patrol.
When?
10 minutes ago. 4 of them this time.
Bloody drones. What are they even looking for?
Not for. At. They're looking at us. Making sure we know it. Okay, I checked. It's not just us. It's Alma. The whole neighborhood. No water, no power, nothing.
Wait, they can't do that. Can they do that?
Legally, no. They can't. Which means...
Which means they're no longer operating under the rule of law. MK are becoming bold. The old anarchists and would-be revolutionaries have been going dark. For their own safety and mine.
I don't blame them. First thing these assholes do is come for the dissidents.
Yes, that's what concerns me.
Another group of Prescients just left.
Please don't tell me they...
There's a new temporary accommodation center over at the old cinema. Hot food, beds, heat.
Damn. Of all people, they should know better. They should have seen.
They do. They have. They don't care. They know we can't provide. Maybe they thought they were doing us a favor? Reducing the mouths we have to feed.
No, I'm serious. There's nothing left.
Well, there must be something. Don't supermarkets have I don't know, reserve stock or something?
No, definitely not. That's what the supply chain was for. You know, the supply chain that just collapsed.
And that's exactly why we need legitimate elections as soon as possible.
Of all of us, Omar, I expected you to have a little more perspective.
Democracy is the worst form of government.
Except for all the others, yes. Very cute. But I remain unconvinced.
Wait. Watch. Alma will prove it's capable of governing itself again. You'll see.
They opened a new store. Did you see?
The one sponsored by the car company? Yeah. We need to be careful. We can't afford to backslide into oppression just because they flash us a golden smile.
True. They've got great bombar, though.
Well, oh, shit.
It worked. I saw. I made.
You saw the many-faceted future and made it your own.
You are here with us. Together. We are real.
Quite the experiment back there. I don't even think I'd have dared do something as batshit as that.
But it worked, didn't it? Look at what she did.
She risked destroying the fabric of reality itself to shape fate to her will. I am impressed, Harmony.
And now? What happens now?
Now, honey, it's showtime.
The world is full of possibilities without them here.
They were downright shameless hogging the spotlight like that. Things will be different this time, Harmony. A Gregor won't be a weapon. The mistakes of the past will be forgotten.
No, not forgotten. Or people will make the same mistakes again. They'll be known for what they are. Mistakes. Nothing glorious about it.
Yes. Yes, you're right, of course. And the rest? Well, it'll be a whole new world of potential, my dear. A rocket into the night sky of ambition and glamour. The curtain's almost up, Harmony. Our show is starting. they didn't like that. Not one bit. To be honest, I don't think any of them saw it coming. Not even Truth. Glory reinstated. No. That can't be right. And yet, here we are. I'm biased, of course, but I think you made the right call. With the state the world was in, unfettered progress was just the ticket. And this time? Well, this time I can do the job properly. And look where I've taken us. Markets at an all-time high, promotions and wealth for everyone. The old Oxyon culture shared with the world. For a modest entrance fee, of course. I looked across the divide and saw one of those... what do you call them? Trivids. Talking about the quality of life. Highest on record, apparently. Although, it was terrible what happened to the old MK board, wasn't it? A plane crash into an Arctic wasteland. What are the chances of that, I wonder? A shame the survivors had to resort to such an extreme diet to survive. And then died anyway. And now little Yana is head of urban development. Carbon offsets, social responsibility programs. The brand's never been stronger. Nor have the profits. More importantly, we're rebuilding the world. A better world. One where opportunities abound. I know your mother didn't approve of you choosing me. And look, I'm sure she didn't mean all those things she said. Well, most of them. But she'll come back. Eventually. And in the meantime, you sit at the right hand of power. Your influence has never been stronger, darling. Embrace it. Enjoy it. It's your turn in the spotlight. You've earned it.